which, like I said before, is on August 2nd. That's the first day the Lakers can offer him that contract, and obviously the first day that Luka could take it. Though the problem here, or I guess rather the stipulation with it, is that he doesn't have to take it, and he does have a few different options in front of him. One of which would be to actually take the contract, accepting the 4-year, nearly $230 million deal that they can offer him, which would obviously not be a bad thing. That's a massive contract and would make him a worry-free man for the rest of his life. But he could instead choose to decline that contract extension, rather wait another year to get more guaranteed money, and at that point he could sign a 5-year, nearly $296 million deal, which would be roughly $70 million more in guaranteed money and making him an even richer and maybe happier man for that fact too. Though that's not the final option for him, a different option and a different route for him to take would be to sign a contract with them this summer, but rather than a 4-year contract, turning that into a 3-year contract and kind of playing the long game here, if you will. Yes, it might be a slightly shorter contract and slightly less guaranteed money, at that point signing a 3-year, $163 million deal, but it would be kind of the long game play and eventually get him a lot more money. At that point, and after that contract would come to an end in the 2028 offseason, then he could sign a 5-year contract worth roughly $420 million. We're talking about nearly $500 million here. So yeah, that would obviously be quite a bit of money here, and kind of making the long-term big brain play, if you will, turning down some short-term guaranteed money for potentially a whole lot more long-term guaranteed money, and at that point the biggest contract in NBA history. Though it kind of comes down to what Luka wants here, and not only that, but how he feels about their team too. Many have pointed to LeBron this offseason and if that might affect anything with Luka Doncic, if the way that the Lakers are treating LeBron, or so the media says that they're treating him, might affect Luka Doncic and his willingness to take a contract from them. Might he want to play out another year and not only wait for that long-term money, but kind of evaluate the Lakers front office here? Maybe wait a year and see how they treat him and put the team around him, then wait to sign that contract and potentially become a free agent? That's obviously a risky thing here for the Lakers, and they probably don't want that to happen, even though they can offer more money than any other team and quite a bit more at that point, roughly $80 million more than any other team next offseason. But it still would put them under pressure and they probably don't want that to happen. And well, with that in mind here, what will Luka Doncic do? Well, according to reports and according to ESPN, don't expect him to sign that contract on August 2nd. If you don't know and if you're not aware of what Luka is doing this summer, he will be playing for EuroBasket and representing his home country of Slovenia. And according to Brian Windhorst, that might affect how quickly or how rapidly he wants to sign that contract. According to him, he really doesn't want to do that while playing for Slovenia. He wants to focus more on that and playing in the EuroBasket tournament, rather than signing that contract and putting his focus on that. So here's what Windhorst had to say about it and when he thinks that Luka might sign that contract, if he even will this.
This is important. Can you just underscore this for us? You said don't freak out, which, you know, is easier said than done when it comes to all of us NBA fans. Don't freak out if August 2nd comes and goes and you don't see something. Can you just explain?
Yeah, so he's playing for the Slovenian national team at the European Championships, frequently called EuroBasket, which is one of the most valuable tournament for the Europeans outside the Olympics. And he won the EuroBasket for Slovenia earlier in his career, probably the greatest moment of his career. They play 6 exhibition games leading up to the start on August 27th, and then they could go as late as September 14th, which means he may not be back into the U.S. if the Slovenians get all the way to the end until late September. And, you know, McMahon will tell you that in the past, when he's been playing for the national team, he has not done NBA business, including NBA contracts. So he could certainly pledge his intention to sign with the Lakers, but do not freak out if you do not hear from Luka contractually until September.
I mean, I can already see it right now. The August 2nd date going by and Laker fans freaking out about it, not knowing that Luka is playing for EuroBasket, and if this actual information is true here and that he doesn't want to sign the contract while he's over there, then I can already see NBA Twitter and Lakers Twitter freaking out about it. But regardless of if it's from that or him simply wanting to wait a year to get more guaranteed money, I'm not going to freak out about it. I mean, I'd love for him to sign that contract on August 2nd and get all the worry and all the controversy out of the way here. That would kind of be ideal for me as a Laker fan, and obviously for the Lakers front office too, so they don't have to sweat it out and wait for him to sign a contract with them. Overall though, not too worried about it. Whether he signs the contract this summer, next summer, I think he will sign a contract with them and take the obviously more guaranteed money that he can get from them. I think they've shown the willingness to put a good team around him. You know, I'm not buying too much into the LeBron rumors and him trying to get away from the Lakers or request a trade. I don't believe that'll happen. I think they're doing a decent job at putting talent around Luka. Definitely not perfect yet, and they're still a trade or maybe 2 trades away from doing that, but they're not that far away at this point. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.